We are live. I got a very special guest with me. It's KOTV. I need y'all to do me a very special favor. I need y'all to hit that subscribe button. Everything helps. We going crazy this year, top of the year. I got a very special guest who dropped a very special album. He gonna tell us about it later on. I got Daykwion on the show. Talk to me. I don't really know if you even need an explanation. Introduction. I mean, I'm over here talking wrong. Look, I'm nervous. Look,
It's the man, the legend himself, Daykwion,
come on.
hailing out of 203. Feel me? Connecticut rep.
Connecticut representer, heavy
Sir.
Connecticut representer.
Sir.
But we gonna get into that in a little bit. Last time you was on the show, you put us on to the Namelas. You even gave us some. I was thoroughly excited to use them. They beastie. I see now you upgraded. You got the grabber, all that. Come on, talk to me. Talk to me. Tell me a little bit about the Namela upgrades and what we doing with Namela now.
Shit, this year I turned it up to the max. I stocked up even bigger. I went for 5,000 papers this time. And I doubled up and grabbed some grabber too. I made my own grabber.
How does that happen?
All right, check it out. Look.
Walk
I got
me
some in my
into
pocket,
this.
too. So, I mean, the whole thing is really about the top because you can open this thing right here and pour
it's
out
like
your grabber
seasoning.
like it's a seasoning. Yeah.
It's literally like seasoning now.
Yeah, literally.
Okay.
And it fall into your blunt perfect. It's crushed nice.
God.
Yeah, smell it too.
You gotta. And he put the
Spicy.
spoon side
Yeah, all
to
that
where
shit.
you could, if you really want to be fancy, you get the little spoon scooper.
Dumps out into your hand, crush it up if you have to. And it's spicy. Yeah.
I put a little too much. Let me put some back.
Ain't no such thing as too much grabber.
Oh my gosh. Okay. That's fire. Are there any more stores?
Nah, I've been keeping them exclusively to myself and just selling them to my clients. You know what I mean?
Really?
Just so I
Okay.
can make sure I got them right and people fuck with them. And yeah, I'm gonna take them to stores within the next couple months.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So would you say that they're quote unquote still in testing?
Yeah,
If you will.
Yeah.
All right. So what's
But
the
we're
overall?
very close to the end of the beta test. You know what I mean? Type.
Okay. All right. So what's the overall feedback? I guess I would say.
The feedback's been great. People love the grabbers. Just smoking like better than anything that's in the stores. You know what I mean?
That's what they say. That's what they
Yeah,
saying, or
yeah.
that's what you saying.
No, that's what they're saying. People
right.
are asking, like,
All
how
right.
is this so spicy? How is it punching so well, right? And it's just the secret ingredient.
That's the secret
you know what I
ingredient.
mean?
What's the secret? So when it comes to making grabba, how does your grabba differ from another grabba? Like,
It's all about the leaves and like, yeah, I mean, some grabbas use flavors and stuff like that, but nah, I go for the most natural tasting leaf that I can get. That's
Okay.
like, you know what I mean, nice and dark and heavy in the aromas. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I go for that.
potent.
Yeah, I can't tell y'all what specific leaf I use.
No. You don't got to give out the sauce. You definitely don't got to give out the sauce. We don't need everybody making grabba.
Yeah.
We definitely don't need that.
But other than the grabber on the paper tip, we made it to 18 stores in Connecticut and about 6 or 7 stores in New York. And that was only because I only got to spend a couple hours in New York. But like New York was loving the papers. That was almost every
So you
store I
think if
went
you
to.
spend some more time in New York, that
Yeah. For sure.
you'll really turn it up in New York?
For sure.
Okay. Is that kind of the plan towards the end of the year, kind of expansion?
Yeah. I wish I had more of a team so that I can have other people in other states and I could just send them boxes. They go to the stores for me. But at this point, it's just me. So yeah, I gotta go to a
You can
borough
always
a
get
day.
a team. You can always get a team, but that starts with the work.
Yeah, if you
And
want to
can
join
put
the
in
Mela,
work.
holla at me, man. I need some dedicated
Come
people.
on, Namela Inc. We need Namela Inc. ambassadors from all places. Come on, talk to me. But we gonna switch gears a little bit now. I kind of want to get into the music if that's all right.
Yeah. Oh, 1 second though. Before we switch over, I do want to
Okay.
shout out the ambassadors that we do have.
Okay.
I got my boy Andy that does graphics. Sometimes,
okay.
yeah, I mean, he helps me with the tournament graphics that I do and shit like that.
Okay,
I
shout
got
out
Raya
Andy.
from the 203 that's been heavy on the
Shout out Raya.
content.
Shout out Raya.
Yeah,
I
for
know
real,
Raya.
for real. And we got 55 Kids from
Okay.
Hartford. He's been
Okay,
heavy on
okay.
the content and the posting. And my boy Saint K too. I gotta give a shout out to him. Saint K's been
They
heavy.
been getting
on
it
the
in
promo.
with the Namela. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Y'all
bet.
keep it up, man.
Y'all better be using them too. Y'all better be using them. Don't just be advertising it, then try and use some other papers. Use
Nah, they
those.
using them shits for real.
Use those. You feel me? But all right, cool. Shout out to y'all. But on this music tip, Daykwion, you like to be real controversial. Real controversial. So
I'm the controversial one.
I won't say. Technically, I'm the controversial one since I would be bringing it up. But this is not a controversial question. It can be, but what do you think the best year in rap is?
The best year in rap. I would say it had to be like 2007.
Why do you say that?
2007 just felt like we had every single one of the GOATs like at the same time, and they were all like close to their prime. You had like Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, Drake was just now coming out, fucking just like hella
Nicki
stuff coming from down south, hella stuff coming from the dance culture. Fucking Soulja Boy was getting hot.
Soulja Boy was bugging. Soulja Boy was bugging. We not about to act like he ever run.
Bro, that was a time. And we didn't have social media. So, like, you know what I mean? If that time was now, it would have been insane. Like,
best year in rap.
Yeah.
If I had to say what the best year in rap was, I honestly would say around that time. I can tell you one thing. It ain't back then. Like, that's for sure. It was not the hills and hills and hills. It wasn't that. Like, y'all to go there because y'all started it.
Yeah.
Not because y'all was putting out the best material.
Y'all taught us how to rap, but you ain't teach us how to do it good.
Yeah, you feel me? Like, the things Russell doing just aren't the things Jerry West was doing.
Yeah,
like, it's just different. Like,
Facts.
but if I had to pick a year, I would honestly say, like, around that. You said 2007. I was going to say 2008.
Yeah.
Because when did Millie drop?
I don't know. I feel like that might have been 2008.
I think it was. I ain't going to lie.
That sounds like a year after the run really started.
If my memory serves me, and that's why I said 2008. Because I'm like, yo, 2008 was just a crazy up. I put a Millie 2008. It was released 2008. Yeah. Like, yeah. So that was it for me. Like, I'm not gonna hold you because that any year that had LimeWire to me is the best year.
Yeah.
Because when you was getting music and you was getting it under different names, but it was the same person, that was when the music was hitting.
Yeah.
I had Lil Wayne.
That Piff was hitting too.
That Piff was beastie.
Yeah.
Oh, Busta Rhymes was still rapping.
Oh my God.
Come on, we had rappers still like Nas. We had real rappers
you
still
can finally
rapping.
hear Busta Rhymes on more than just a remix. Like,
Yo, he had his own original music that didn't have to be cleared by nobody else. Like, original music. Like, I like that. 2000, we can go from 2007 to 2008. And a little bit of 2008. Yeah. I like that. So let's get to this controversial shit now. this Connecticut's identity. So a colleague of mine went on a very huge platform. Shout out to On the Radar, and he basically spoke about his identity and Connecticut's identity, and how he felt like we didn't really have an identity. And to that, you said
he's crazy.
Okay.
He's absolutely crazy. I don't know where he came from with that opinion. Like, maybe he's been in a house all his life, but like, first off, the interviewer didn't even ask him what Connecticut's identity is. I watched the whole interview. The interview didn't ask, like, what do you think about Connecticut music? None of that shit. He said,
what was the question?
He said, why do you think? He said, from my perspective, Connecticut is like separated, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? So he needed a clarification on who's connected, like what's going on. Is it just a bunch of separate people, or is it like a unity?
Is there some camaraderie?
Yeah,
some community?
Anything.
Okay.
And he's like, Connecticut's trying to find his identity, trying to find his personality, and then he explains that he got his identity from his family and stuff like that, which is cool. You know what I mean?
Which
but like,
cool.
then what opinion on Connecticut identity matters at that point? You know what I mean? If you know what I mean? He didn't say he was outside at parties. He didn't say he was going to events out here. He didn't say he went to school. He didn't even say what school he was going to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You feel me? So him having an opinion on Connecticut's identity is just weird because he also didn't even bring up any artists other than Snow, Say Curl, and Dusty, which are completely new artists compared to Connecticut's music scene in general. Okay. You know what I mean? We have people that came from like the battle rap culture, like
That's
Tone,
a fact. That's
fucking
a fact.
T. Sawyer, Gage, all them. Yep. We had that heavy in New Haven.
That's
we had that in Hartford too with their battle scene. You know what I mean? And we got the dumb out scene. We got like way too much going on in Connecticut for him to say we have no identity.
Okay.
And then outside of music, right? Connecticut is a unique place because like you got black people that watch anime but also have friends that have killed somebody. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I was actually just funny. Yeah, it's funny you say that. I was just saying that to him. I'm like, yo, this is one of the few places where you could go to school with somebody, and when y'all leave school, y'all live totally different lives. Like, and I'm talking about like not like on some you go outside and he don't. No, like totally different lives.
For real,
like,
for real, for real.
Like, it's completely different. So I get what you say in that aspect.
It's such a melting pot, and that affects all of us because there's states that don't have that shit at all.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? I go
to
to those places and I'll be bored.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, where the fuck are the people at?
Yeah, or you might go somewhere and they all got the same story.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody just living a little different.
Yeah.
Y'all might be all hurt. Like, not even trying to be funny. Like y'all all fucked up. Like, it's not like this person living up here and you acting like you trying to make it, but you really struggling. Nah, y'all just pop.
Yeah,
like,
man, it's crazy.
It's a little different.
I feel like Connecticut has really unique personality types and like, you know what I mean, all that shit. So it's a lot of identity to Connecticut.
Yeah, I agree.
I see somebody in my comments say it's just pizza. Like, what?
Nah. What you mean is just pizza?
We also made the first burger.
Yo, no funny. Like, talk about it. And Subway. That's us.
Yeah.
It might not have a rep it used to have, but that's us. Like, come on.
Shit, we got some of the smartest hood niggas in the world.
Come on, talk to me. What I was gonna say to you about the whole CT music culture thing is that I feel like there's different cultures.
Yeah.
Like the one thing that I feel like may have gotten misconstrued when you were talking was one, your aggressiveness towards my boy. You feel me? Like chill. Like, that's family. Like, chill. You feel me? Like, but secondly, like, dumb out culture is 100% a prominent culture in Connecticut, but I don't think it's the prominent culture in Connecticut.
Yeah.
You feel me? But it's 100% one of them.
And that's because it's such a melting pot. It's literally like 50-50 between like white people and black people, or like people that are in the suburbs and people that are in the hood. You know what I mean? And it's actually less people in the hood, I would say, because the suburbs kind of surround us. Mm-hmm. So, like, no, dumb out culture isn't the only culture in Connecticut, but it's the most original Connecticut music culture that we have.
Explain.
It has a dance. It has a sound that is unique. And it has a party culture, like a social aspect to it, where it's like, you know that dance, you're kind of the cool person. You know what I mean? Like, just like Light Feet did back in the day.
Can I add to that?
Yeah.
I remember, so I went to school up there. So, like, I lived in the A60 for like 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when there was a time where they didn't even want certain people doing that dance.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So, like, you're right in that aspect, but in another aspect, I feel like for a long time, motherfuckers, they didn't want that to be a culture. That was gatekept.
So now let me add another layer on top of that.
And not to be on some F them type thing, but cool, have y'all culture. That's kind of how I felt about it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But now I see it, like, because I was in school when the transition happened too. Like, I seen it start being more culturally accepted.
Uh-huh.
I seen more 203 people doing it and A60 people not caring as much.
Uh-huh.
Like, I seen it. Like,
yeah.
So that's kind of what I want to say to that. So add to that.
So on top of that, right, where you're saying that people didn't want people to do it, it was a forbidden thing in a sort of way. There's a lot of things in hip hop culture.
There's a street aspect to that dance too. That
hold on. Let me cook. I'm going there too.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of things in hip hop dance culture that were the same way. The All In, which is a New York dance.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Niggas, that was really a gang dance back in the day. Like, you get caught doing that, they was getting beat up for that shit. In the whole phrase about it, when niggas was doing the
yeah.
They say, don't do it. Please don't do it. All in. Don't do it.
Oh.
Because they really knew, like, you get beat up if you in the wrong place and you do that shit. You know what I mean? But now that then niggas in Cali started doing it. Yeah, niggas in Cali started doing it. Niggas all over New York started doing it. It became a bigger thing. And yeah, now it's
where you can't stop it.
Yeah, for real. And it's hard when you're going through it, but like, we just witnessed the beginning of a very big social movement. You know what I mean? And it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, and a lot of people just didn't know which way to go with the grain. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's still one of the most original things to come out of Connecticut. You know what I mean? Whether or not people wanted to argue about it or shit like that, like, once it gets to the outside hands, all that shit's not gonna matter.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Yeah, at all.
So let me ask you something. Do you feel like, and this is a personal question, because there was like a time frame where I feel like everybody was like dumbing out. Everybody was everybody was wilding. I remember that. So, like, do you feel like we kind of missed that wave? Like,
I think that things go in circles.
Like, somebody should have just off that. You feel like
somebody tried to. You know what I mean? And it just, you know what I mean? We seen it wasn't the right person. You know what I mean? If it was the right person, it would have stuck.
So do you feel like it wasn't the right person? Or do you feel like it was just that the that type of
So
music itself.
what I really
like,
think it
demo
was,
music itself wasn't broad enough or welcomed enough.
what I really think it was is like if I compare it to some boiling water.
Okay.
Like when water first starts getting hot, you get the little bubbles that come from the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And that was kind of what we was doing.
Yeah,
and
we was
then,
bubbling.
Yeah, exactly. We just bubbling. And then it's going to get to a point where the whole thing is just erupting and bubbling. You know what I mean? That's what we're going to.
I feel like that's where we at. Like, it's not
Yeah.
But like that motherfucker I still see some bubbles in that bitch.
Exactly.
Like.
And it's just going to go in full circle. It's going to come back around. It might not be me that takes it to the next level. It might be somebody younger than me, or you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, that Connecticut dance culture is going to thrive in the scene.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely think that locally, you could drop a demo song today.
Yeah.
And if it's the right beat, the right lyrics, you out of here. They have to play that everywhere.
Most of the time, it's just the right video. You know what I mean?
That too. The right piece of content. You throw that on IG, then you out of here. Especially you got the right following, the right people reposted.
And what I do want to say about why the dance culture is so important is because, like, look at Jersey. Like, Fetty Wap is from Jersey, and we don't have a bunch of Fetty Wap clones. We don't hear people making Fetty Wap type beats nowadays.
But he wasn't dancing though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But Jersey Club hits, and the Jersey Club existed since back then.
Yeah, hell yeah, it been lit. Yeah.
And now it's still popping, and it's even more prevalent.
Yeah.
Not Jersey Trap, you know what I mean?
I see what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Okay. All right. Now also just to shoot my man some bell too. I ain't gonna front. You went kind of hard in that video. I said, damn.
Nah, Fetty Wap is talented and all that shit, but like it's just the culture matters. You can't just take it all on your own, you know?
Yeah, no, facts. And just like we were saying earlier, I felt like when he did say that, he was speaking more so for himself.
Yeah.
And because, again, he is African, and a lot of times when I'm going to be honest, when you African, bro, I don't care if you got 1 foot in and 1 foot out. Your values and all that, that's coming from your
family is a lot more important.
Yeah, they're not even about to let you play with that. Like, no bullshit. So I can understand him in that aspect. Cause he's like, it all came from my family. Whereas somebody like me, I feel like I'm a product of this motherfucker.
Yeah,
like,
for
you
real.
feel me? Like, and not in a bad way. Just like the things I know come from this place, and I can't not act like it. And I feel like when people do come to Connecticut, well, people from Connecticut go to a bigger platform. Sometimes they should speak for us as a whole. Yeah. And I feel like they wouldn't get Daykwion spazzing on.
Nah, for real.
After
do your research on Connecticut before you get asked a Connecticut question, like, please.
Even if you're from Connecticut, you feel me? But I'm gonna have my boy on soon, man. We gonna tighten it up. We definitely gotta tighten that up because I heard the response myself, and I'm like, well, I know who I am.
Right?
Like I know who I am. But he also had a point with that crabs in the bucket mentality. You feel me? Like we do that, bro.
From my perspective, niggas like that be the crabs. Niggas like that be the ones talking about some Connecticut don't show love and then be mad when they finally get to those platforms and they say stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's just...
It's like, it's like by saying that, you're kind of reinforcing that idea. Especially on a bigger platform. It's funny. So I had a guest on my show one time. And he asked me, he's like, yo, why you don't talk bad about Connecticut music? I said, because we're not there yet. Yeah. Like, bro, no funny. Like, not to say that I'm somebody, but, bro... nobody could afford for somebody to be like, that shit trash.
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
No funny.
I
like,
agree.
What you mean? Like, me and my boy D could be chilling, and I'm like, yo, that song he just played. I'm like, that shit trash. Let somebody be in here that kind of know me. They gonna, that shit trash. And they probably wasn't even listening for real. But it's an artist they're unfamiliar with. Yeah. He's not out of there. So it's easy to shrug off.
Yeah.
So Connecticut got to be, and I know it's tough because of how we are and how we came up, but Connecticut got to be a little more.
Because people are very impressionable. Yes. Especially because a lot of these people are still new to the music game, and a lot of these people are still new listeners.
Yes.
You know what I mean? New listeners to the Connecticut shit. It's like, oh, we have somebody that's right next to me. That's a brand new idea to anybody. Like, most people music they listen to, they never seen a person in their life.
Yo,
so we got to be careful with like I said, like you said, our opinions on other people's stuff because it can impress.
Got to be a little more. I don't like saying this word, but we got to be a little more gentler when it comes to each other's craft.
Or at least.
And we are back. We had a brief pause. Sorry about that. But I kind of wanted to switch gears anyway. We was getting to the point where I wanted to talk about the new album. Daykwion is dropping an album. This is your first album under the name Daykwion.
Yes.
How does that feel? I peeped you had singles. I seen the singles under Daykwion, but why the switch in the first place? Because it's weird. When I met you as Daykwion.
Yeah.
So you have been made the switch.
Yeah.
But why? What took so long before the album?
I don't want to give it a specific reason because it was a bunch of different things. But like, for the most part, I just really wanted to be the most genuine version of myself that I could possibly be.
Okay, that makes sense.
Ali the Man just felt like a blanket name. You know what I mean? And it felt
a creative player name.
Yeah, for real.
Okay.
Sound like a gamer tag.
Yeah, no funny. Like, revive your ass.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, the whole idea was just reincarnation. You know what I mean?
All right, you said, fuck it, I'm on my grown man.
Yeah.
Let me be myself. I'm not corny.
Yeah.
Like, let me be myself. You feel me? All right. So, with this album dropping, how many songs on this album?
So this original version right here.
Original version.
Just dropped today, yeah.
There's more versions?
Yeah. I ain't really talk about it that much, but
okay. Yeah, well, that's why you see why I gotta put the work in? That's why you gotta come to KOTV. Cause you get exclusives here.
Exclusives.
Talk about stuff here. Come on, give
this
me the
first
version.
version has 12 songs, right?
Okay.
And then next month I'm gonna drop a deluxe version.
Okay.
It's gonna have 30 songs on it.
Damn.
Yeah.
You working like that?
Yeah, man.
30 songs?
30 songs. Yeah, I'm just trying to get warmed up. I'm really trying to get to the point
of the year. Okay.
where I'm dropping like every month or so. You know what I mean? I want to give y'all like tons of music. I'm in my most creative period, I feel like, right now. And
Okay.
It can definitely be done. So y'all look forward to a lot of music.
So what's the standout track of this album? Just the regular version.
I think the fans are gonna have to pick that one out for me. But to me, my favorite is like Let's Party.
Got it.
Like, pull my shirt shit. That shit's crazy.
All right. You really just trying to get right to it. You trying to dumb out, but that's okay.
The deluxe version has a different favorite though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, and you know what that one is already.
Yeah.
All right. So during this process, you still gonna be making music?
Yeah, 100%. Right. I'm also working on a video game.
Word?
Yeah, a VR game.
Like a virtual reality game?
Yeah, virtual reality game.
How you even get into that?
I've been into it, honestly. Ever since a kid, I wanted to.
Well, I knew you was nice at games, but...
Nah, not playing games. I really wanted to create video games since I was a kid.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Playing video games
I did too,
just
but
like
I just felt like that shit was like...
I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of a nerd in some sense. I don't know. I'm very capable.
It's funny. I be feeling like that sometimes too.
Deadass. Anything I want to learn, I can learn that shit.
So what's this game about to be about? Like,
it's about the hood and
You making the mellow one.
All right. So listen, it's called Trap VR.
Fire. Okay.
Trap Simulator or Hood VR. I'm not sure what name I'm gonna go with, but you literally are a plug. A virtual plug in VR. And imagine you got the controllers in VR, so eyes, headset, hands, controllers. You got a scale. You got some weed. You take the nugs of weed, and each nug of weed weighs a different thing. So, you know what I mean? You got to figure out.
Yo.
And you got to make it 3.5s on the scale.
No way.
Word of mother, you make a 3.5, the shit turns to an 8
games got to get,
there.
like, cleared, right?
No.
Yeah, they do. I'm pretty sure they do.
Nigga, they don't. Not PC games.
I guess. Not PC games. I guess it's E4A one.
Yeah, I'm throwing that shit on Steam.
Wait, so Steam is like the Tubi of video games? You can just throw your joint on there?
That's a good relation.
I don't think you can do that. Like,
nah, you can just throw video games up there, honestly. It takes an approval process.
Okay.
But they got fucking nudity up there. They got all types of drugs.
Wow.
I mean, all types of shit up there. So I can make it.
Okay, all right. It's like them little websites where you used to have to play the Weird PC games.
Nah, Steam is like the standard for PC games. All the shit drops on it. You got 2K, all that shit on it. Yeah. It's just independent games can drop up there too. It's a marketplace for all games.
That's BC. I bet.
Yeah.
Better say that. We about to get into Trap VR soon.
Yeah, man.
I got a question for you though. So you pay attention to Connecticut culture a lot, especially music culture, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I have a question about drops.
Yeah.
I feel like, and there's no disrespect to anybody, but in Connecticut, a lot of times, even with podcasts, like And with the podcast, I feel like it's harder because I feel like we have to drop often. So like, how does an artist make a drop meaningful? Because I feel like a lot of times people would just drop. Like, let me just drop.
Yeah,
Drop. That's why, like, so like, even like with this, like, I wanted to get you on because you had something coming. You feel me? So I'm like, let me try to make this meaningful.
It's a tricky question because some part of it is like you have to distance yourself from how you feel about what you're dropping, just so that you can get your consistency up.
Facts. Because you're going to want love on the thing that's your baby.
Yeah, but a lot of times, even if you put your full effort into it, your full love into it, you can post it at the wrong time. Nobody's going to see it. You could post it and something else is more popping on the page, and that just beats you on the algorithm. You know what I mean? So it's
I didn't even think about that.
It's a lot of factors in it. So the idea is just posting as much as you can. And a lot of people don't know the cheat code is you can post the same thing twice or 3 times if you want to. And
different people will see it.
Yeah, a lot of people won't even notice that you posted it twice until they really go back to your page. Mm-hmm. And then by then you got an extra view on your page because they click and check.
Facts.
It's all
you
good.
Probably think the same video just pop back up in your rotation.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. So I got a couple more questions. Then we gotta head out. What is one thing that you want people to know about you from this album, or just in general?
I want people to,
besides that, you ride for Connecticut.
Yeah, I want people to feel connected to my music, as far as like for who I am, because I'm putting my all into it. You know what I mean? I kind of throughout this album, I tell a lot of stories about like stuff I've really been through. You know what I mean?
Like your real life,
yeah.
not the life people just say they have.
Yeah. And I talk about my family influences. I talk about how the state influenced me. I talk about some of the situations that y'all witnessed me go through with the dummy thing, stuff like that. So
okay.
Other than the party music, there's a lot of good stuff in there that y'all gotta tune into.
You trying to put some
pain
in there. You trying to sneak some pain in there. Okay. Yeah. Okay, stop playing. You said you got dumb out, but I'm gonna sneak some shit in there about my life. There's real pain in there too. All right.
Real for real.
All right. There's bars in there. You got the bars up, all that. All right. So when's it gonna be on Apple for the people? Because it's everywhere else right now, but Apple playing games.
At this point, we're gonna have to just boycott Apple or something.
Yo, all
tag
of
him in this
Connecticut.
post, tell him to drop my shit right now.
All of Connecticut, yo. We are on a bumper. Drop it. Drop it. What's the album called?
Reincarnation.
Yes,
sir.
As Daykwion. Stop playing. All right. So,
but you can catch it on Spotify, YouTube, Tidal, Amazon, pretty much everything else. It's up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That don't sound bad. And I got one more question. One more question. I'm gonna let you slide out. There's a wall behind me with a lot of artists on it. Who do you think is missing from this wall?
It took me a minute because, like, I was thinking of a bunch of names and, like, literally, I'll look for a second and it'll pop up. But there's a young group of people that I feel like had a big impact on hip hop, like, within the most recent years, especially, like, the TikTok era, that I feel like should be up here.
Who?
Ray Shrimmer.
Ooh.
Where?
They definitely up there.
Where? I see Soulja Boy. I thought that was him for a second, but
we got a special guest popping up.
Yeah, no Ray Shrimmer.
I think he got one. You might be the first one to actually get something. No funny.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody will pick somebody. We'll find them on the
Lil
wall.
Uzi here too.
Yeah, Lil Uzi's there.
Yeah.
He might got you? Oh my goodness, that's fucking nuts. No way.
It's real hip hop right here. I know real
Everybody
hip-hop.
can't just say Ray Shrimmer now, yo. Straight up. Everybody can't just say that. Yeah, that was a good one. Soon Daykwion gonna be on that wall, man. We working on it. We working, okay. I'll be lying about having one last question. I don't know if you noticed that. So
one more thing.
Yeah. I wanna know if you got any anything in the future you could give to us. Something that besides the game, besides the deluxe, anything that you could give to people that's a clip for me.
Damn, I kind of blew it all with the game. That was kind of Nah, but I'm gonna start my own podcast.
Word?
Yeah.
Can I be on it?
Yeah, hell yeah.
You promise?
I want to get some like real raw opinions on shit. Like,
All right, because I see.
I got some questions that
when
are
I'm
really
not
piss
on my
people
shit,
off.
I can really get crazy. Like on my shit, I gotta make sure I don't get canceled, all that. But if I'm talking to somebody else, we get crazy.
Nah, I'm
We
gonna have
can
some
talk
like,
about the huss. We can do all that. All that. I got a girl, but we can talk about the huss. All that. Come on, talk to me.
Nah, I'm gonna get crazy in my podcast. Care for it.
Word.
I already got the table set up. I just need an extra mic and like one of these things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, say that. Say that. We lit. All right. Well, thank you for coming. So it's a pleasure.
Yeah, man. I love being here, bro.
KOTV, man.
KOTV.
Where we get down to the real nitty gritty, the real music questions. We talk about the music. We talk about the huss. Come on. We talk about the culture, man. KOTV, man. We out of here.